G'day guys, Shane here. Adobe have done some incredible updates to Lightroom. They're updates that we didn't know that we needed. But now that we've got them, you're not going to want to be without them. These things are an absolute game changer when it comes to editing your photos from your phone. Let's get into it. Before we get into this, if you're into mobile photography, I do 2 videos each and every week all about this sort of photography, low light photography, generally with your phone or action cameras, that sort of thing. Also live stream once a fortnight, and I bring on some guests from around the world and we share tips and tricks and basically have a bloody good time of it. There's also a Facebook group over there at Shane Moston Mobile Photography, Bloody Legends. I'll link it down the bottom. Really, really good community over there for sharing your sort of mobile photography that you're doing, and plenty of people over there will help you along if you're struggling with a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe, because when I hit 50,000 on this channel, I'm giving away a bloody phone. A bloody phone, if you can believe it. Anywhere in the world, make sure you sub to the channel, and I reckon we're going to hit that just before Christmas. So you've always been able to put filters, like radial filters, gradual filters, onto your image in Adobe Lightroom. But when it came to masks, you needed to go and put it into Photoshop to really use the mask sort of features. That's changed. You've got masks now on Lightroom. Why does that make a difference? Well, it's going to speed up your workflow immensely. And if you haven't used masks before, after this video, you're going to want to use masks. It makes things just so much better. The way it does it though is smart, and I mean it's very, very smart. We can go into this photo here and look and see we want to adjust the sky. And this is one of the problems that we have with mobile photography, with sky nighttime photography, is that when we do the editing, it affects the whole image. And this is actually a way around that, and it does it really well. So we're going to go here to hit the select tool, we're going to go add a mask, and we're going to say select the subject, and look at that, it selects the subject, and we're going to make some adjustments now on just the subject. If we didn't want to do that, we can say let's select the sky, and it's going to go ahead and select all of the night sky. Very, very well done. And we can make some adjustments to the night sky without affecting the whole photo. And that, in what we do here on this channel, that's a bloody game changer. That's really, really impressive. Let's have a look at this photo I took some time ago when I first got the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This works exactly the same on all devices. So we won't do any major editing to the photo. We're just going to do the selecting here. So we'll go down to masking down the bottom left-hand corner there, hit mask, hit plus, and then we're going to go select sky. Select the sky, let it think for a bit, and look at that. It has selected all of the sky. Really, really impressive. We can go ahead now and make the sort of changes that we do in Lightroom, and it will only affect the sky. Let's do that. So we'll go across first, and we know the one that I love in Adobe is the dehazing tool, because the iPhones and generally most phones put a lot of haze into the photo when we're doing astrophotography. Let's bring that haze tool across. Look at that. Only affects the sky. We'll go to clarity as well, increase the clarity, go to light, and we're going to adjust the contrast up slightly. We want to head down to the blacks, and we're going to lower the blacks, and it's only affecting the night sky. See the foreground? It would normally be affecting the foreground, and it's just not. That's really, really cool. And leave it like that there, go to details, and we're going to increase the noise slider so we get rid of a bit of that digital noise in the sky, and we're going to hit the tick on that right there. What we're going to do now is go in, we're going to do this bottom now. We're going to go to select the subject, so we'll go plus, select, no, not select sky, cancel that, plus select subject, and it's going to go through now and find that truck. There's a truck, it's all done, and we'll go with color, and we're going to increase the magenta on this truck because it's a reasonably brown, reddish looking truck, just to bring it that saturation that little bit, increase the saturation slightly, and I quite like that as it is. Might go to light and just increase the shadows just a little bit. Good, but wait, there's more. With the mask already there, we can add now another filter, and I'm going to darken that foreground a little bit. I'm going to hit plus, and I'm going to go linear gradient, and I'm going to bring it up from the bottom, just like that. Now it's already covered the subject, so we can go minus, subtract from mask number 3, and we're going to go select subject. And it's going to go through and find the subject and take that away from that gradient mask, which is kind of cool. I'm going to add some green to that, to add basically some more saturation to that foreground. And we're going to the effects, add some clarity. We're going to go to light, add some contrast, and we're going to decrease it just a little bit. And I quite like that. So not only can you use those masks to select the subject, select the sky and so forth, you can even use those subjects that you've selected or sky that you've selected and subtract that from a gradial mask or a radial mask. And that is bloody epic. Never had this sort of tool on a phone before. Obviously it happens on the PC when you've done the upgrade for your Lightroom. But this is just bloody epic. Really, really impressive. Let's have a look at the final photo. Really, really impressive with that setup. These are things that you could do before with the brush tool, but you'd have to brush everything in. And we haven't needed to do that. It's saved us bucket loads of time. It's probably done it a damn sight more accurate than what I can do with my finger on a brush tool anyway. Really, really worth getting this app. I understand there's a lot of people around who are a little bit iffy about putting a subscription towards anything there, especially with apps, but this is going to give you a cross-platform. I think it's like $9 a month or something like that. Now, because I'm a photographer, I use the whole photography package, so I get Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom and Bridge and all that sort of business on the Mac and on the phone. But I'm telling you now, for $9 a month, that's like 2 coffees, you're paying nearly $2,000 for one of these flagship phones these days, and for $9 a month to really get the most out of one of these cameras on these phones, in my opinion, it's absolutely worth every bloody cent. So get yourself that app, download it onto your phone, start playing with these masking tools, because I'm telling you, it's a game changer when it comes to editing your mobile photography photos. That's it for today, guys. I'll catch you next week. See you later.